Hello, my name is the Real Drago. I'm professional wrestler and I am from Russia. And we're here drinking at most.
All right, everybody, taking time out before we get this show started. I want to thank Reaper Apparel for having Drinkin be a brand ambassador for their clothing line. They got good stuff. They got t-shirts, they got hoodies, they got beanies, they got lots of great stuff, encouraging everybody to break out of their comfort zone, live their best self, and hey, it's something I try to live every day. Now, be sure when you go and you're finishing filling out your order, use the code Drinking at Moe's, get 10% off, and the link and the code will both be in the description. Let's fucking welcome everybody. It's Drinking at Moe's. You know the drill as far. YouTube, like, subscribe, share, comment, all the good stuff, because YouTube algorithm is a pain in the ass. We are most places you can find audio podcasts too. Today, I'm excited to have with me the Real Drago. How are you?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm doing pretty good myself. I got a road trip to a pretty big wrestling show tomorrow that I'm pretty excited about.
What is the show?
It's Sami Callihan's promotion, Wrestling Revolver, and they have some pretty big matches lined up. So I'm pretty excited. I'm potentially going to get another one of my wrestling figures signed. See, I have a whole bunch of this stuff behind me here.
Who's gonna be there?
Who's
gonna be there? Like from some legends?
Let me see. Mostly people from today. Like there's Brian Keith. There's from AEW Ortiz.
Okay.
There's people from Impact Wrestling that are going to be there.
That's sounds like a good show.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, and I'm really excited. I don't get to go as often as I might like to, so whenever I do get to, it's a fun time.
Okay.
So the first thing that I like to ask everybody when they come on the podcast is, what got you started as a fan of pro wrestling, and then what made you decide to finally make that leap and get into wrestling?
All right. That's a good question. I like when I saw wrestling first time, I was in Russia. Okay, so I play in the game on a Sega Mega Drive too. It was a WrestleMania '95. It was Razor Ramon, Bret Hart, The Undertaker, Yokozuna, and another guys like Lex Luger probably too doing. So it was like funny game, and it was like easy to play, and so we spent so much time. We recorded on a VHS, so I spent like hours and hours for this game. So it was first time when I saw wrestling, what it is, like it's kind of fun, but I never watched it on TV before. So and later in 1998, they start translation on TV, on the Russian channel, first time ever. WCW wrestling.
Mm.
And when I started watching, like I saw, like, oh, I know this guy. It's a Bret Hart. I remember him from the game. Oh, I saw this guy. It's a should be Razor Ramon, but it was Scott Hall that time. So
Mm.
I kind of like realized, like, okay, so it will be cool. And I remember Hulk Hogan from movies,
Mm.
and also like back in the time, I play in the dating games too. It was like kind of like it's hard to see who is that, but you always remember Hulk Hogan because it's kind of easy to remember him. And I said, damn, that's so cool. I know watch it. Like every week, I start watching wrestling, and it was so much fun. Like when I go to school, we talk with another students about this show. Everybody like it. It was something new for the Russia, like, and what we never watched before. So it's like, and like years and years, I watch wrestling. I play in the game. Like I collection my like disc, like with every each game. Like on PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox. Like I play most of all the games. Like,
Yeah.
I had only wrestling games. I kind of like didn't play any other games. I just play wrestling. It's what I like it. Yeah, and I remember like in 2006, it was the game SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like a new wrestler there, Mr. Kennedy.
Mm.
And I remember him because he spoke on a microphone in the game, which was cool, and his entrance. And so I played this with him too. So and in 2014, I moved from Russia to United States, and I moved to Minnesota. And I was bodybuilder before. I have like experience with competition, whatever. So I go to the gym all the time. And one day I saw some guy in the gym, and I look at him like, damn, I think I know him, but I don't remember who that. And I find him on Instagram. It was Mr. Kennedy. And I said, damn, like a fan of professional wrestling. I said, damn, Mr. Kennedy, my dream, wow. And I saw like he opened school in Minneapolis, which was cool. And a little later, it was another guy. He was a trainer there, and we kind of talked to him sometimes. And he told me like, oh, he started talking about some match of wrestling. And I asked him like, oh, you professional wrestler? He said, yes, I'm a professional wrestler. I said, I like it so much. I mean, like when I was a kid, I was dreaming to be a wrestler. I forgot to say this part. Like when I was a kid, when I played the games, we also play with my brother, like wrestling, and
Mm.
we broke a few beds. So, yes, at home. So yeah, it was fun. I mean, yeah, like, and I like when I was a teenager, and I kind of dreaming about to be a professional wrestler. But in Russia, we don't have a school. Nobody, like, kind of nobody knows what the wrestling is. They opened only first school, I believe, in 2006 in Moscow, later, like yeah. So, and I said this guy who was in my gym, like the trainer, I said like I want to be a professional wrestler too. It was my dream when I was a kid. He said, just do it. And again, like just be you, like you're Russian, like you can speak Russian. I mean, like just be you. It will be cool. I said, I don't know what I need to do, like where I need to go. And he said, oh, no worry, I will talk with the Ken. So I already knows what Ken, who's the Ken. And next day, just Ken came to me like, oh, I heard you want to be a professional wrestler. I said, yeah, just come in. So he invited me to his school. And 2018, I started my training to be a professional wrestler, and that's how I started. But in 2019, I moved to Florida, and I continued going to another school, and I met Brian Idol and Natalia Markova. They're still my trainers now, and yeah, so that's how I got.
Great story.
Thank
You know,
you.
Great story. Getting, Minnesota, they have a lot of history when it comes to professional wrestling.
Oh yeah. What I saw, what I Googled it, like I think wrestling was born in Minnesota. So
One of the places.
yep. And also we were in a class with Julia Hart, Von Wagner. He's in NXT now. Top Flights, Dante Martin, Darius Martin. So yeah, like a bunch of guys now on the TV.
Yeah, they are doing very well for themselves.
Oh yeah, they're all good. Yep, I agree.
Definitely. Now, a question that I had was, everybody, when they are getting into the professional wrestling business, they have times where they are, sorry, my dog's upstairs. But everybody in the wrestling business, when they get started, they have a time where they come up with their in-ring persona, like how they're going to be in the ring, the character.
Yep.
How did the Real Drago come together?
It was a long way, I can say, but like as soon as I started training with the wrestling, I knew I will be Russian because it's kind of unique, and plus, I will be the first guy who can speak Russian. So it's kind of historical moment, because all guys who kind of like play Russian gimmick, they're all from United States, and they don't really speak Russian. So I kind of was the first guy who like original. So and like for me, kind of was hard to get technique stuff, because I'm a big guy. I'm not really like flexible, came from bodybuilding, and I already had like big muscles, and for me it was so hard to do it. But as soon as I get it, so my trainers, especially from Florida, they start to keep focus on a personality, because personality and your gimmick, it's one of the most important parts of professional wrestling. What I see around, it's so many guys, they're good wrestlers, they have a good skill, but they don't have a gimmick, character. They have a name, but they don't know who they are, And like, for example, when I try to help people, like how you can think about your gimmick, and I said, like, you need to thinking about the gimmick very deep. Like if someone asks like your gimmick, like where you were born, like who was your parents, what you did when you were 7 years old, when you did when you were 15 years old. So you need to know all the things about your gimmick, like it's deeper as it's better you can introduce your gimmick, right? So yeah, like Brian Idol and Natalia Markova, they keep focusing on my character, personality. They fight with me like almost a year, and finally I got it. I got it. I start to feel like when I'm in the ring, I'm not Evgeny. I am the real Drago, and I'm bad guy, because most of promotions, they want bad Russian. So
yeah,
they want a good Russian. So, and it's kind of fun for me too, and to be a bad guy, I like it. And yeah, and I start to practice my stuff, in the ring, and when I do my match, I try to keep focus more on a gimmick, on a character, and a personality. Because if you're looking for some guys from 80s, right, you don't remember what moves they did. You remember them personality, right? Them gimmick.
Yeah.
This is what you remember. That's why for me, and again, my trainers, what they told me, and I got it. I agree with them absolutely. This is most important things, to get your character, to believe in yourself and be your character in the ring. People feel it, especially right now in 2023. The fans very smart. They're so smart. They don't really care about how many super kicks you did. I mean, how many moonsaults you did. They care about your personality. This is what interests them. And I think it's cool. It's true.
Oh yeah, and when you get somebody that has authenticity, like they feel very like that is them turned up a notch, those characters tend to relate and draw people in more.
Yep, exactly. Yes.
And when they can feel that you're not being authentic or real, then that'll just do the exact opposite. That'll just turn them away. They're like, okay, I don't want to watch this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I'm not believing, that you can be like really good wrestler, like you can have a really good skills, but if you don't have a character, it's boring. So
Exactly. Now, one of the promotions, the companies that I saw promoted on your Facebook, I am actually going to be talking with another person from there as of today. It'll be on Monday that I record with them. And what do you have going on in Coastal Championship Wrestling? Like, what are you doing there right now?
they just I just connected with them like a few weeks ago, and because like my friend here, he's already there. A lot of my friends there. So, but he texted me text me like send me a message like, oh, Drago, they need like big tag team, like big guys tag team. I said, damn, okay, cool. So he asked me like, do you have a tag team partner? I said, oh yeah, I have a good one. So and he said, okay, I'll let them know. So he sent me a phone of I think it's promoter or booker. I'm not really sure yet. So he said, call them. So they need you. I said, all right. So and I called him, and he said, no, we need you, just you. Like we don't need like tag team. So we need you. Like, and they asked me. The first question was, are you Russian? I said, yeah. I said, real Russian? I said, yeah, I'm real Russian. I can speak Russian. I said, okay, cool. So, and they booked me. Like 5 minutes later, they posted poster on the Facebook after 5 minutes as a conversation. Like, damn, okay, cool. So,
All right.
yeah.
That is awesome. I mentioned that I'll be recording with another person from there, Martin Stone.
I heard that name, but I don't know him like personally.
Yeah, I'm fairly familiar with him from places that he's been before.
Okay, so okay.
Yeah, so I am excited about that one. And we talked about Minnesota, and being down in Florida, there's a lot of companies, a lot of promotion, and you are actually not only down there, you come up to Minnesota for, I believe, Midwest All-Star Wrestling.
Yep, MAW or Midwest All-Star Wrestling. Yep, it's a big company. Like I can say probably the biggest company in Minnesota. Like last show we have like 2,300 people. It's a lot.
I have, yeah. I have heard the crowds that they have been able to bring in, which makes them able to bring in some pretty big names in the wrestling
Yeah, it
business.
was they bring a lot of WWE legends, like WWE superstars, and it was like Tori Wilson, Boogeyman, Rikishi. Oh, I don't know. It's like so many people were there. Stan Hansen, uh, and they bring a lot of guys from Japan.
Mm.
Japan. So like it was so cool. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of fans. You
Yeah,
know.
and I even saw that I don't think he's going to be in the ring, but I believe I saw that they are bringing in Bret Hart for an appearance.
Brett, yeah, it will be in February. It's will be next show. Now they kind of have a break. They usually do like Grand Slam. It's like the main show of the year, kind of WrestleMania for
Yeah.
MAW. And they have a break till usually till February. And in February they do show in the casino,
Mm.
and it will be big too. Like they bring Bret Hart, and I'm sure it will be some another legend probably too.
Oh, yeah.
They bring few, yeah, and like as soon as they posted about tickets, after 5 minutes, it's like all ring size tickets gone. Like, immediately, like boom. Yeah, it's
There
like
are a lot of places that I have been able to experience that if you want front row, you have to be jumping on it really quick.
exactly because when you bring the legend like a Bret Hart or whatever, like
Yeah.
this level, like as people, it's a lot of fans, people just
Yeah.
want to go. And again, the fans know this will be a high level show, so they have like good roster, they have a good guys in the roster, and it's like always interesting to watch. They always have like few woman matches, which is very popular right now. And I mean, like it's fun and people love them, and they always have a big crowd all the time, like
That they do. And I was really excited for you when I heard about NWA. They did some tapings down in Florida that you actually got to be involved in.
yeah. I, s- I, s- I started my first match for like I wrestled for NWA back in February, and I had a dark match and a pay-per-view, and I had a next day taping for NWA USA, so which just was cool. And later, and I think it was April or March, I don't remember exactly. I think April. I was in an actual pay-per-view in Chicago, 312, and it was like Battle Royal. Well, yeah, so it was like more than 25 people in the ring at the same time. Yeah, and like weeks ago or a few weeks ago, a few weeks ago, we have and November 17th, we have FTW with NWA show Invasion, and I wrestle with Tom Latimer. This match will be soon on YouTube. And the next day, they had a historical moment. They back to Sarasota and the Roberts Arena. They were last time 30 years ago.
Mm.
Was a huge moment, historical moment. It was big crowd, like more than 1,000 people, and it was beautiful. And everybody liked it. And we had another dark match with my tagging partner, and we did great. Everybody liked it. EC3, he says, it was cool, and yeah, and some another guys too. So it is a really good match, and I think they recorded it or whatever. We're gonna have pictures, and now they will be do shows in January 13 and 14, and of course probably will be there too. So.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, like it's a great company, a great locker room, great wrestlers. It's a lot of fake news right now on the social media about NWA because they got CW, I believe, contract or they or
Yes.
I mean, like
I
yeah. So I mean, like it's a lot of jealous, I think, and like I never saw so many fake news, and I mean, like it's a great company and they're growing and the people inside they all have like huge motivation to work for. I mean, like I don't know, it's like I like it, I love them, and I'm enjoying to work for them as well. So I'm excited for the next show.
I'm excited for you, and
Thank you.
I know the situation that you were talking about, and we don't have to go into all that
Yeah,
because
yep.
yeah, we don't have to go into that. I think a lot of people were confused thinking that they were going to be on like the CW TV channels, and then it got reported that they were going to be on the app, which that is still cool.
Yeah, but they will be in the CW too.
Yeah. So, and I wanted to bring up that I watched the promo video that you did for the Thomas Latimer match.
For Invasion. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was I was impressed. I was like, oh my, I have to go watch this match.
Yeah, thank you for this. I have a friend. He's like a really good video guy, and he do a lot of commercial for some companies, and he's a very talented guy. And so now we together. He helped me with production, my promos, and which is cool. I already have like few another ones with him, and it looked great. I did another one for MAW before my match for the championship. I mean, like, it's like my trainer told me, which is promo very important, especially right now in 2023, social media. Like it's like you need to have like high quality production because what is wrestling? Wrestling is a show too, right? It's all nice production, right? Like if you have a bad quality, it's like a movie. When you watch some movies and movie have a bad quality, sometimes like today, it's not really interesting to watch, right? So we need everything on the higher level. So every details, everything very important right now. And I started thinking about this, and I started doing this too. Like so. And again, I like it so much. I'm happy after like I'm looking like damn. Now I like my promo. Like now it looks good. Yeah, I like it. So yeah,
it was impressive. Like you mentioned, the production value of it. You think you were watching a promo video from like AEW or WWE
it's what
or
it's what some people told me. Like it looks like a WWE style. I said like thank you, but again, it's like production very important. Like like you can do the same promo like with from your phone, whatever, like by some wall or whatever. It not really looks like this, but when you have a production, put it together, this is works.
no, I completely agree. Now, I have two categories here that I like to do before we end the show.
Mhm.
One I call a name game, where I name off some people and
Uh-huh.
you give me some quick thoughts on that person.
All right. No problem. Yeah.
And with your recent work with the NWA,
Mm-hmm.
I figured this episode, I am going to theme the name game off of the NWA.
All right.
So the first person is the current NWA World's Heavyweight Champion, EC3.
Great guy, very friendly, very open, and very serious at the same time. Looks really nice, like looks have a good body, and he have a huge experience. You can see here, you can see it from his eyes. You know, when you see his face, this guy have a experience. You can see, and I think he's a great champion as well. You know, I mean, strong personality. That's what I can say.
Very much. I was lucky enough to meet him, I think it was a couple months ago at a show here in Omaha. So that was a cool experience. I got one of his 8x10s autographed that I'm planning on getting displayed back here behind me somewhere. Like I have a collection of those. So to display all of it, that is a goal of mine.
That's cool.
Now the next person is a former NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. He still pops up there from time to time. The indie god, Matt Cardona.
I think these guys start to be like more popular and more open, I think, or I don't know. It's like it's hard to say, you know, but when he moved from WWE, so now his name more higher, you know, he did great job. He very professional. Like always, like looks nice. Always like, you know, looks like professional wrestler. And I mean, it's a good example that like if you down with a big company, you still can be on a higher level and be in the top.
I completely agree. I think that Matt Cardona has been one of the people that have proved that if you get released by WWE or AEW or any of like the promotions that have a national TV show, that isn't necessarily the end of your career. You can go to the independent shows and make just as big of a name for yourself.
He is a really good example that your life not done yet. So you can have a second wave, you know, and he is a great example for this.
Totally. Now, a bit of a younger talent on NWA, but he has a family history there. I'm talking about Kerry Morton.
Yeah, it's when you start talking about young talent and he have a history there. So I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's a great guy, great wrestler, and 100% future, you know, in professional wrestling. So he's great. He's great. Yeah. And again, the guy who teach him, he was a great, and he's still a great. You know, like they know what they do.
Oh, I completely agree. I have enjoyed any of the matches that I have been able to see so far. They've always been good. Now, last but not least, along the same lines, he has a history. I believe his father in the pro wrestling business. But I'm talking about Colby Carino.
Kobe Korean. He's the new guy there, right? Like he just like
He-
started maybe like
relatively.
like 4-5 months ago, maybe. I'm not really watching. I want to be true, like. But what I heard, he's a great guy, and they signed him, and I mean, like, he's a great wrestler. That's what I heard. But I'm not really watching him yet, so I probably need to. Yeah. Uh,
I have watched some myself, and I remember watching his father Steve Carino in like the original ECW.
oh, for me, kind like, see, like you're from the United States, and you know more than I know about history, who's the father, what's happened, like even in the 80s, 70s, sometimes. Like for me, it's kind of like still new, and yeah, and I'm here, right? Just and yeah, like I'm still kind of like it's like wrestling is new for me because I'm from Russia, like, and I don't know like that deep, that deep history about
Yeah,
wrestlers. So.
I can understand that.
But sometimes I know more than than American people know, like, but
True.
like, but I'm like you like do podcasts, you probably know a lot about this. So.
I like to pride myself on the stuff that I do know.
Mhm.
Now, I have some random questions.
Sure.
Some might be professional wrestling related, some might not.
Mhm.
Some might have absolutely nothing to do with anything we've talked about so far. That's why I call it random questions. So I give you the question, you
Okay.
give
I
me
like
the
it. I like it.
you give me the first answer that pops into your head.
All right.
First question here. What is the craziest in-match moment for you? Like something that happened in a match that you just remember that was crazy.
uh it was good moment. It's not like something happened, like nobody died, everybody alive. It's just like when I wrestle with a hornswoggle. And like before that match, I was thinking like, damn, how can I wrestle with a hornswoggle? Like, and again, I was kind of green too, and I saw like, it's like probably not gonna be interesting, whatever. Like I was kind of sad too, but damn, when we started wrestle, and it was like more than 1,000 people. It was Njpw again, so Wilmer Mania 3, and as soon as he got in the ring, the crowd was so crazy loud, and every each small moment, every each kick, punch, we feel it. It was huge reaction, and for me, it was kind of surprise. Like damn, I feel like so special because we probably had like the craziest crowd in our match and that day, and I was enjoying, and for me it was kind of crazy. Like, damn, I never heard this loud. Like, I mean, this was crazy for me, kind of.
I can understand when you don't know how a crowd is going to react, and then you get a very loud reaction. That is a crazy moment where you're crazy in a good way.
Yes.
For sure. Now, this next question might sound silly, but I had this thought in my head with who would win in a fight? The real Drago or Drago from the movie Rocky?
The Real Drago. You know
Ah.
why? You know why? Because
What?
the Drago from the Rocky movie, he was a fake. That's why I am the real Drago. I never
I,
lose.
I, I
It's
like
a
it.
this is question like kind of like I was ready for that. Uh like not really nobody like nobody asked me this, especially this question, but I always have my like this answer in my head. If someone asks me this, you know.
That's awesome. Now, with the name of a show like Drinkin' at Moe's, I would feel weird if I did not have this question in here.
Sure.
What is your favorite drink, whether it be alcoholic, non-alcoholic, or if you want to name one of each, you are more than welcome.
I already have answer, and I want to say like pre-story, like each time when I fly some different state or some different country, in the plane when you're in the sky, I always thinking about tomato juice, always. Nothing different, like nothing else, just tomato juice. So I can say 100% this is my favorite drink, you know, or mineral water. So, but tomato juice number one.
Okay. I know a lot of people that like to mix tomato juice with different alcohols.
I mean,
So
like, yeah, like I can say like Bloody Mary, right? But I mean, like sometimes I'm drinking mix, like no alcoholic, just a Bloody Mary mix. It's good too for me. But uh, but I'm not really drinking alcohol. So try to be, you know, on a good condition. Yeah, and but I can sometimes, and yeah, I really like Bloody Mary, and especially in the United States. I like in the United States because in some restaurants have some specific Bloody Mary, so many stuff inside. You know, like even like kielbasa. I like it.
yeah, I know of quite a few places, some here in town for me, that the sheer amount of stuff that they put in, like, you know, on those skewers that come out of the Bloody Marys, and it'd be like buffalo wings, or I've seen parts of a pizza or a cheeseburger, and I'm like,
Damn, I want to try this one.
I know, I wanted to do it. I have yet to actually try one of those. I've always wanted to, though.
Yeah, I mean, like it's interesting, like to try like some different Bloody Mary from different restaurant, different place. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, that's cool idea to do.
Definitely. Now, professional wrestling, whether it be the national TV promotions or the independents, there's a lot of traveling up and down the roads.
Yep.
What is one or two things that you, besides the obvious of your ring gear, what are two things that you have to have with you on a road trip?
Not the gear, something else, right?
Something other than the gear.
Tapes. uh, uh, Something for like cologne or whatever, like something, because be professional, you cannot be stinking, you know, like you should be professional.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's a lot of stuff you need to have. Some clothes what you need to change, of course, and paid bills.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
That's the thing that a lot of people don't get when it comes to professional wrestling. They like to, I hate to use the term air quotes, fake, but that's what a lot of people think.
It's a good conversation.
But I've taken some bumps in the ring, and even a simple fall in a wrestling ring hurts.
Yes, I saw like so many like guys who joined to school. Like I was right now like two different schools, and they're so excited. They're thinking like what kind of finisher they're gonna do, wherever, and then and our first training, like their first training, they never show up again.
Yeah.
There's like so many people like, what kind of finisher I need to do? I said, wait. Do a training first, and after you can ask me. And some people some people never show up. Some people like, yeah, I got it. It's like, oh my god, it's so far away to finish it. I said, oh yeah. It's like everything. It's like I can say it's like martial arts. It's kind of same things, like. And again, like we try to save your opponent. Like we try. To make an illusion, like for example, like punch, make an illusion, but at the same time, you need to control your body more than just a fight. This is hard part. And again, like even ropes, even bumps, rolls, whatever. Like like after time and time, after experience, your body get it. You not really feel it. But again, when you start it, it's a different story. you know. And like some people like feel like I remember like when I started like when I started doing ropes to ropes on the reel, the next day I thought my ribs broken. What I feel, I mean, yeah, and it's not easy. It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
And again, it's not only physical stuff, right? It's like we're talking about character and talking on a microphone. That's why like some guys from like the higher level guys from professional wrestling, they play in the movies because it's a lot of things together. So.
Yeah. Now, last question I have here. What is some of the best advice you have for anybody that is wanting to get into professional wrestling?
One more time, I didn't hear like the beginning of question.
Oh, okay. What is some of the best advice that you have for anybody that wants to get into professional wrestling?
What advice
like tips that you have?
Like my recommendation. No.
Yes.
Okay. I can say like for the wrestlers who already wrestler and who wrestle in the local promotions, you need to guys traveling. This is good things to do because even every state have a kind of different style.
Mm-hmm.
Is if you, like as more as you wrestle in different places, you're learning all the time, something new all the time. Of course, different countries, like I wrestle in Puerto Rico, another style, another crowd, people different. And you're always learning and how you can be in a different level, like higher level, how you can grow. So travel. It's like how if you want to grow, travel. And again, less is better always. Don't put so many spots in your match, like it's not wrestling, like always psychology, storyline, like tell people your story. This is what most important.
Storytelling.
Yeah, nobody like I said, like nobody remember like what kind of moves you do, storyline. Yeah, some cool moments could be in a match too, of course. Yeah,
Yeah.
Again, be professional. save your opponent, save yourself too. You know, like it's like don't do super crazy moments. I saw some videos like people like for the $20 do oh my god what they do, you know, like some crazy moments, almost kill themselves. For
Yeah.
what? Like why? Like it's like yeah, and it's what I can say. Like be professional. Be professional. This is most important things. Like be professional. Like when you go to the locker room, say hi to everybody. Be open for people. Be professional. This is very important too. You know, I saw so many guys with a high ego. You know, I saw so many guys. They not long in the business, but they have a huge ego. And I wrestle with a high level guy who already legend, have a huge experience. He like the most friendly person in my life, you know, like it's like big difference. And you can see what his professionalism is, you know.
Oh,
I mean,
definitely.
and
It
always
goes.
yep, and always listen, like if someone tell you, especially legends tell you like you need to improve this, you know, do this, always listen, say thank you, because you know it's important too, because you know like you always can grow, always, never stop. You know?
Oh, yes. Professional wrestling is one of those things where you're always learning. You
Always,
know,
yeah.
there's always somebody there that has more experience. They've been on national television. They've held these titles, you know, and they got a lot of knowledge to pass on. So if
And
they're
yeah,
taking time for you,
and another things. Remember you asked me the first question, why I like wrestling? What you know? Because when I started watching wrestling in 1998, everybody, everybody was looking like a gladiators. That's why I like it. That's why I was like, damn, everybody's so big. Like I like it, and they fast at the same time. You know, like it was so cool to watch. And now, uh, again, now I saw so many guys who joined the school. They forgot to go to the gym. You know, they don't need to. You know, like they think, why? You know, like
yeah,
it's a problem right now. Like you know, like so. Just my recommendation again: don't forget to go to the gym. You know, it's a wrestling.
that
It's not. You know, it's not a dance, but it's dance.
well,
But it's,
I can agree that is also very important. Now, before we go,
Mhm.
where can people find you on social media like Facebook, Instagram, and that sort of thing? So if they aren't already watching you, they can go get started.
um, it's Instagram. It's you can write the I am no A, just I am the Real Drago. It's my Instagram. The Real Drago and the Facebook. And what else do we have? Uh, that's it probably. Like you know,
Okay. That
I have a
is
like Russian
perfectly
social. I have a Russian social media, but Russian people know. So yeah.
that is fine. I will have all of that in the description
Hmm.
of the episode when it releases. Before we go, I
Hmm.
want to thank you for taking the time to talk to me tonight. And I want to wish you luck in your future in the business. I hope to see you popping up more on NWA and anywhere else.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I was enjoying, you know, with this conversation. It was very interesting for me, and I like your questions. It was good. Thank you.
That means a lot to me. Thank
Thank
you.
you.